Good evening, viewer. Welcome to our Glory Globe TV. It's a breaking news. Yes, while Israel and allies, including the US, UK, and France, managed to mostly foil an unprecedented attack by Iran on the Jewish Strait, stock markets in Israel, Saudi Arabia, and elsewhere in the Middle East fell on Sunday, but only slightly. Iran fired over 300 drones and missiles and drones against Israel on Saturday night. Almost all were intercepted before they reached Israeli airspace and there were no fatalities reported. A 10-year-old girl in Israel was badly injured by falling shrapnel while an army base was lightly damaged. Iran launched the attack over a suspected Israeli strike on its consulate in Syria on April 1st that killed top revolutionary guards commanders and followed months of clashes between Israel and Iran's regional allies triggered by the war in Gaza. Bloomberg reported that oil prices rose in the wake of the Syria strike, with Brent climbing above $90 per barrel and analysts saying it could reach $100 on a direct conflict between Iran and Israel. The Israelis' shekel weakened and near its weakest level this year. India is also keeping a close watch on the increasing tensions between Iran and Israel due to the potential economic repercussion for New Delhi. With over 80% of its crude oil requirements imported, any escalations could significantly affect India's economy. A surge in oil prices would impact the country's growth, drive up inflammatory and also called the inflationary pressures, disrupt the balance of trade and current account deficit, consequently exerting pressure on the rupee. India said it is concerned over escalating hostilities between the two sides that threaten regional peace and security. In its reaction, India called for immediate de-escalation of the situation and return to the path of diplomacy. New Delhi said its embassies in the region are in close touch with the Indian communities in the region. We are seriously concerned at the escalation of hostilities between Israel and Iran, which threatens the peace and security in the region. The Ministry of External Affairs said, the MEA said India is closely monitoring the evolving situation in West Asia. It is vital that security and stability are maintained in the region today. India, being one of the largest oil consumers and importers globally, faces heated vulnerability to such disruptions. While the initial impact of the conflict on India's trade with Israel remained minimal, further escalation could imperil India's oil supply, given its heavy dependence on imports from the Middle East. To address this concern, the Indian government strategically increased crude oil imports from Russia, constituting over 35% of crude imports in 2023 in order to mitigate the impact of the Russia-Ukraine conflict on oil supply. The escalating tensions between Iran and Israel have heightened geopolitical concern and the potential to disrupt global oil markets. This situation is under close observation by nations worldwide due to its implication for regional stability and energy security. Reuters reported that oil prices are expected to rise on Monday, April 15, after Iran's attack on Israel over the weekend, but further gains may depend on how Israel and the West choose to retaliate. Concern of a response from Iran to the strike on its embassy compound in Damascus supported oil last week and helped send global benchmark Brent crude oil Friday $92.18 per barrel, the highest since October. It settled that day up 71 cents at $90.45 per barrel, while US West Texas Intermediate crude futures rose 64% to $85.66. Trading is closed on Sunday, Reuters added. It is only reasonable to expect stronger prices when trading resumes, said Thomas Varga of oil broker PBM, having said that there has been no impact on production so far and Iran has said that the matter can be deemed concluded. However, fierce and painful the initial market reaction will be, the rally could prove to be short-lived unless supply from the region is materially disrupted. Oil prices might spike at the opening as this is the first time Iran has struck Israel from its territory, said UBS analyst Giovanni. Iran has steeply raised oil exports, its main sources of revenue. Under the Joe Biden administration, exports were severely reduced under Biden's predecessor Donald Trump, who will face Biden in a presidential election rematch in November. BN's exclusive report, Glory Globe TV, Delhi, Bharat.